Creating a financially secure life can feel like a daunting task that requires the skills of an expert mapmaker and GPS programmer. You need to figure out where you are today and where you want to get to. As if that's not a big enough lift, you're then in charge of finding the best route to get from here to there without veering off into costly detours. Some goals will take years, if not decades, to reach. That's part of the plan. But you also get an immediate payoff. A whole lot less stress starting the minute you dive into taking control of all the money stuff that's gnawing at you. We understand the challenges of taking control of your finances, and we're here to help. Hey guys, welcome back to Developing Dividends. In today's video, we will provide you with 5 essential personal finance strategies that will help create a secure financial future. But before we continue, kindly like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to stay notified of more interesting videos just like this one. With that done, let's get right into the video. Set short-term and long-term goals. Building financial security is an ongoing juggling act. Some of the money balls you have in the air are going to be goals you want to reach ASAP. Other goals might have an end date that is a decade or decades off, but require starting sooner rather than later. Creating a master list of all your goals is a smart first step. It's always easier to plot a course of action when you are clear on what you're looking to achieve. It's up to you whether your list of short and long-term goals is on a spreadsheet or pencil to paper. Just be sure to give yourself some quiet time to think it through. Here's a simple prompt. Money-wise, what would make you feel great? At its heart, that's what a financial plan delivers. The means to help you feel safe and secure so you can focus on living, not worrying. Some possibilities to consider. Short-term goals to reach in the next year or so. Build an emergency fund that can cover at least 3 months of living expenses. Keep new credit card charges limited to what you can pay off in full each month. Hint: create and follow a budget. Pay off existing credit card balances. Saving at least 10% of gross salary every year for your retirement. Save for a home down payment, save for a child's or grandchild's education in a tax-advantage 529 plan. Create a budget. Not exactly a sexy topic, agreed, but creating a budget happens to be the one step that makes every other financial goal reachable. A budget is a line item accounting of all your income, salary, maybe a side gig, perhaps income from an investment, and all your expenses. The whole purpose of a budget is to lay everything out in front of you so you can see where everything is going and make some tweaks if you're not currently on course to meet your goals. One way to analyze your current cash flow is to run it through the popular 50-30-20 budgeting framework. With this approach, the goal is to spend 50% of your after-tax income on essential costs, for example, rent, mortgage, food, car payments, and 30% on other needed expenses, say phone and streaming plans, or nice-to-haves such as dining out. The final 20% is for savings. Building your emergency reserves, socking away money for retirement, and saving up enough funds for a down payment on a house or your next car. Another framework is the 60% solution, which divvies up spending and saving targets a bit differently, but with the same focus on making sure you don't shortchange savings for long-term goals. If your own pie chart looks wildly different from either approach, that's your cue to spend some time considering how to adjust your spending or increase your income. That will get you on a solid path that helps you meet your short-term and long-term goals. You can fire up an Excel or Google Docs spreadsheet to help you create a budget and track your progress. There are also budgeting apps you can sync with bank accounts that can make it easier to track spending in real time. Build an emergency fund. Okay, you likely need no convincing that having some money tucked away for life's endless stream of financial curveballs, pandemic layoff, the deductible for an MRI on the knee you just wrenched, replacing whatever the mechanics in your car is acting up, is perhaps the ultimate money stress reducer. But how can you create your safety cushion? You've got plenty of stressed out company. A survey by bankrate.com found that 60% of people say they don't have enough money saved to cover a $1,000 emergency bill. And just $1,000 isn't likely even enough. Bankrate said that among survey participants who had an emergency in 2019, the average tab was $3,500. Building an emergency fund starts with setting a goal for how much protection you want to build. At a minimum, it's smart to have at least 3 months' worth of living expenses saved in an emergency account. 6 is even better. Can't even imagine pulling that off? Stop focusing on the big end goal. The trick with this is to create an automated system that adds money to your emergency fund each month. The best way to achieve this is to open a separate bank or credit union savings account that you designate as your emergency fund. Online saving banks typically pay the highest yields. You can open a high yield online savings account and set up an automatic transfer from your checking account into it. For even less temptation to spend, decline the debit card the online bank might offer you. Pay off costly credit card debt. The unofficial term for the interest rate charged on unpaid credit card balances is insane. While it's common for banks to pay savers less than 1% interest these days on savings accounts, the average interest rate they charge credit card users with an unpaid balance is pushing 17%. Paying off high rate debt is one of the best investment moves, and the average 17% interest rate charged on unpaid credit card balances is a big roadblock to building financial security. If you have a solid credit score, you might consider checking if you can qualify for a balance transfer deal to a new card that will waive interest payments for an initial period. Not having to pay any interest for a year or more gives you a chunk of time to make a big dent in repayment without interest to pile up. If a balance transfer isn't in the cards for you, there are two popular get-out-of-debt strategies you might consider. From a financial standpoint, the avalanche method makes the most sense. You pay the minimum due each month on all your credit cards, and then add more money to the card charging the highest interest rate. When the balance on your highest rate card is paid off, you start shoveling the extra payments to the card with the next highest interest rate. Rinse and repeat. Stymied as to where you can find the extra money to add to the highest rate card? Time to scour that budget you've got running in the background. Maybe an expense gets totally chopped. Or maybe you do some strategic nipping and tucking to reduce monthly outlays for some of your expenses. With the snowball strategy, on the other hand, you send your extra monthly payments to the card with the smallest unpaid balance. The allure of this payback method is that it provides a nice bit of psychological mojo. By focusing on the card with the smallest balance, you'll get it paid off faster. Seeing a card balance hit zero can be valuable motivation, if you need it. Otherwise, the avalanche system actually will save you more money. Save for retirement. Even if you have decades to go until retirement, the time to get started saving was yesterday. The longer you wait to get serious about this big honking goal, the more you will need to contribute to land in retirement in good shape. There's no one rule for how much you'll want, or need, to save for retirement, but a solid guideline is to have a multiple of your salary set aside at different ages. As you can see below, having retirement account balances equal to 2 times your salary by age 35 sets you up for success. When you're 50, the aim is to have 6 times your salary in a retirement account, and by your late 60s, having 10 times your salary saved up is recommended. Is to use special accounts that give you valuable tax breaks. Many workplaces offer retirement accounts that you contribute to, such as 401k and 403b plans, the former by private employers, the latter by nonprofits and the government. And everyone with earned income can contribute to their own individual retirement account, or IRA for short. Many brokerages offer IRAs. With both 401k, 403b plans, and IRAs, you may be able to choose between a traditional account or a Roth account. The difference is when you grab your tax break. With traditional 401k and 403b accounts, you get an upfront tax break. Your contribution reduces your taxable income for the year. Traditional IRA accounts may also qualify for this upfront tax break, depending on your income. When you eventually make withdrawals from traditional retirement accounts, you owe income tax on every dollar you withdraw. Roth 401k plans and IRAs deliver the tax break in retirement. The money you contribute today doesn't reduce your current income, and your contribution is made with after-tax dollars. But when you make withdrawals in retirement, there will be no tax owed. No matter your age, it's never too late to start taking control of your finances to put yourself in a secure position in the future. By setting long and short-term goals, creating a budget, building an emergency fund, paying off costly credit card debt, and saving for retirement, you can greatly improve your personal finances. When it comes to paying down expensive credit cards, there are 2 popular strategies. The avalanche method, which makes more financial sense, or the snowball strategy, that provides psychological motivation. For retirement savings, consider using tax-advantaged accounts like 401ks or IRAs. Traditional plans offer upfront tax breaks, while Roth options provide relief in retirement when making withdrawals without incurring taxes. By implementing these 5 strategies, you too can take control of your personal finance destiny today. If you're interested in learning about more financial topics, then be sure to check out our channel at the first link in the description. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our future videos about personal finance, investing, and more. Check out our most popular uploads playlist linked below and explore what other topics you can learn about. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.